So it's, thank you. Currently 10:05 PM on January 11th, AM, on January 11th, 2014, and this special meeting of the Board of Education, Hinsdale Township High School District 86 will come to order. First, we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance, the flags over here.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Roll call. So I guess we'll ask these two to
Sure.
roll call.
Mrs. Manley,
Present.
Mr. Corcoran,
Here.
Ms. Gallo,
Here.
Ms. Blanson,
Yep.
Mr. Cassini, Dr. Skoda,
Present.
and Mr. King.
Okay. So next on the agenda is audience communication. We have two individuals who have signed in to speak and address the board today. First one up is Mr. Roger Kempa. Please address the board.
This is kind of a general thing, if I just sit here and read it, if that's okay with
That's
everybody. So, regarding the selection and hiring process of all administrative positions at District 86, can you assure the entire District 86 community, including the taxpayers, that there's a selection and hiring process and system in effect that includes both objective and weighted criteria before any candidate is presented to the board for approval? Such objective criteria would include established, like, minimum criteria for, separating out, all 35 applicants don't, get submitted, and it comes down to 5 based upon minimum criteria. I'm wondering if this system exists, like minimum number of years of relevant work experience, minimum or actual degree requirements, minimum breakpoint average attained pertinent to the degree, acceptability of the quality of the degree, for example, any from the spectrum, say, beginning with a internet obtained degree via the internet to one from Harvard University, way on the other. On the objective, subjective side, a minimum of professional achievements demonstrating the ability to explain those achievements. For example, just one our candidates for all administrative positions, I asked any candidate being able to answer the community members, if they're asked, what were your top 4 accomplishments relative to the position to be hired for? If a community member walks in and there's a new, assistant principal, say, and community members say, "Oh, you came from there. Well, I'm from there too. What were your top 4, accomplishments?" Minimum number and designated type of references for the position, and miscellaneous. The current hiring system has a thorough verification and confirmation process of each candidate's application material. And last, these are just my opinion. Times have changed dramatically, and I just would recommend that for anyone, that a thorough background check, including criminal character, credit, and that be done for any administrative position hired. Times have changed, and doing a simple Google search by putting in one's name in Google, it's amazing what pops up. And yeah, I was impressed to find out some new information there. I'd like to share it with the board there on the candidate to be discussed today, that he is well versed in keeping the buildings very clean, energy efficient, and that, and that's impressive to have that as a add-on. So, and let's see, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and the next person signed up is Ms. Linda Burke.
Hi, Linda Burke of Hinsdale. I would just like to state for the record that at no time have I ever disrupted a board meeting or spoken out of turn. At least so far, it is not a crime to disagree with Mr. Corcoran. It's still America. I think, today, January 11th, 2013. Mr. Corcoran, you are completely inappropriate to threaten me with some consequence for speaking before the meeting started and during audience communication. At no time did I make any sound during the meeting proper. It's still America and people still have a First Amendment right to speak. My next point is that taking money from Coke and Pepsi is just wrong. We need expert medical testimony on this. This is something that's wrong even if other school districts do it. With all due respect, Mr. Kempa is not a medical professional, and we need that kind of testimony on Coke and Pepsi. Again, even if other schools do it, it's a bad idea. It's promoting unhealthy products that contribute to the epidemic of type 2 diabetes and youth obesity. We don't need 5 new administrators. There are all sorts of expensive programs we heard about at the Finance Committee meeting that in a zero levy situation, self-inflicted, we cannot afford, do not need, and must not have. We don't need to take nickels and dimes from Coke and Pepsi. And how would we keep them out of our health sciences curriculum if we did take their money? Thank you.
Thank you.
And I might add, Mrs. Burke, I might add, yeah, I agree with you for once that there's not the healthiest thing in the world, but you've been going to these meetings as long as I have for 20 years. Your kids went through the school, and these machines have been in the school for 20 years, and never heard you get up before upset about Fritos being in a school or Coke. And quite honestly, if they're there, the question is, for the last 20 years, who's been getting the money from them?
Food
It
services
hasn't been the
selling
district.
Just, since I was addressed, just one quick comment, just regarding revenue. The revenue, if it's going elsewhere, but not to the district, like to the cafeteria firm and clubs. So it's a matter of where it goes, not that it's
Okay.
being taken.
Thank you. We're not gonna get into a debate. Okay,
No,
so
that's it.
At this point, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn to closed session for.
I would like to make one comment,
Sure.
that at no point in time would any audience member or person ever be threatened. And in the previous meeting, there was an out-of-order situation, and as chairman of the committee, I was asking the audience to actually become in order. And that's really what it was. It was a request, and nothing more than that. Just simple respect for the rest of the people that were in the meeting. So I want to stand up and correct that point of order before it's taken any further.
Okay, so is there,
And in fairness, Mr. Corcoran never even raised his voice, and he had a smile on his face like this, so,
alright. So I suppose the video will speak for itself. We're looking for a motion to adjourn to closed session for purposes of employment, compensation, discipline of employees, or prospective employees, and for other purposes of collective bargaining. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Ed, is there a second? Second by Claudia. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Manley, I'm sorry, Mr. Corcoran,
Aye.
Mrs. Gallo,
Yes.
Ms. Blanson,
Aye.
Dr. Skoda,
I
Mr. King.
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, Mrs. Manley, sorry.
So at this time, we will convene to a closed session. Thank you for attending.